Hi, welcome to Old Style Classic Baseball Cards. Once again, I'm Rob. Hope you had a good weekend, and Sunday, January 28th, 2024, and had a pretty good weekend. Didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, but stayed up pretty late. That's my own fault. Watching YouTube videos. so and anyways, as you can see in front of you, this is the stuff I went and picked up today. We went out today, got something to eat, ate at the Greek spot in Sunnyvale, had a hero and lamb and beef, feta and aioli instead of tzatziki. It was really good. Then I was like, I want to stop at the baseball card shop, see what they got. Picked up some stuff here. But if you don't mind, once again, asking you folks to please subscribe to my channel, leave comments so that we could talk about cards, ask any questions, or leave any comments that you like. If you like, that would be nice too. That way these videos can reach out to some more people. So I guess I need to come up with some plan like they do over on America's Untold Stories, like ringing a bell. That's the subscribe button, people. Please subscribe. Alright, anyways. So that way these videos can reach more people. And, more people might be able to, like, watch some of my videos, see what kind of stuff I'm trying to collect. Or I have some of these things, like what I'm looking for out of one of these would be like the miniature Allen and Ginter minis, mini autographs. But then I get other ones, like they're just different years. And some players that I don't particularly collect, that I'm willing to trade. And for like the Allen and Ginter stuff. Excuse me, folks. I'm gonna clear my throat here. Sorry about that. Thank you. So yeah. As you can see, unless we get an Allen and Ginter in here, I didn't pick any up today. I went ahead and picked up a few of these Heritage, I believe that's the high number ones. Yep, at the hobby shop today. They were selling these individual, so I figured I'd grab a few packs. Always do decent. I mean, you usually get something, maybe decent's not the right word, out of these 2022 Leaf Holiday bonus card packs. Just double check that it's not all stiff, so you're not getting a printing plate, unless you like printing plates from Leaf. I don't think they carry a whole lot of value, but usually you're going to end up getting one of those football autographs from like one of those Leaf college, kind of a prospect card. And then I got another one of these 43rd National Collectors Convention Chicago promo pack. Only $10, and you're guaranteed to get a 101 proof per pack. And let's say we've gotten 5 of these, and I believe we've gotten like 3 autographs. So, so sometimes it's pretty good. Thing with buying these is, like I said, you're mostly gonna get like college football prospect or something like that, or maybe even baseball. But occasionally you might get something pretty good, pretty big. You might get a Conor McGregor, which I haven't, but like I got a Razor Ramon wrestler. It was like their buyback. It's funny, they were kind of like this Gaudies that we've been talking about the last few days. that Leaf did, and it was like a Razor Ramon version of one of those, and they bought it back and had him sign it. It was worth a few $100 since he passed away. And then now this little exclusive 10 pack of Gypsy Queens. I'm not 100% sure, but I have a feeling, you know, I like tobacco minis. And when I used to go into the store in Sunnyvale, South Bay Sports Cards, one time I went in there and you know, these were like a box loader for some Gypsy Queen hobby boxes. And of course I didn't know that at the time because I didn't have money for a hobby box. And I remember a pack of these sitting there, and I was like, oh, can I look at them? And he's like, yeah. And let me look at the cards. And I was like, oh, are you willing to sell those? Because I like minis. And he's like, no, I think we got a guy here that's already asking for something like this. Anyways, I'm there today, like right next to the computer that looks like it hasn't been cleaned, or, you know, his little desk behind the register, like he just uses the computer, puts stuff down, and then never cleans it. Kind of like my end table here next to where I'm at. And I saw these just sitting there, and I was like, are these the ones that I seen way back then? I don't know. And I was like, dude, you still got these? And he's like, oh yeah, I think we picked them up from somebody, who knows. He doesn't remember. And I was like, well, are you willing to sell those to me? And he's like, yeah. So I was like, well, what do you think? And he was like, man, I like $5. And I was like, yep, I'm in. So that's like 50 cents a card for the exclusive short prints from 2011 Gypsy Queen. And I've waited all day to look at these cards because I'm not sure what's in here. I'm not even sure how many are in there. Now that's just like one of those little cigarette packs from probably the 1880s, 1890s, and I think some of the cigarette packs were this size, where they would sell you like 5 cigarettes instead of, let's say, 10 or 12 or something. And that's where the cards would have come in a cigarette pack like that. Well, some of, you know, I know they had bigger cigarette packs too, but that's like reminiscent of one of those packs. So I haven't taken a look. I've held out to go ahead and show you folks what we got here. Let's see if we can get any focus on this. I don't know if they have any kind of odds. This is from 2011, so this would be I'm looking for the date here, folks. Oh no, that's 2014. So that would have been the 3rd year of Gypsy Queen. So I'm definitely going to look at these. I'll open a pack of these, at least one of those. And then I don't know about this. I might save this for tomorrow after work. I may have some eBays finally coming in, hopefully. I'm still due at least 2 cards early this week, and then maybe some of the stuff I ordered the other day could possibly start rolling in like Friday or Saturday. So anyways, oh, and speaking of that Razor Ramon card that I was talking about that came out of the Leaf, I believe it was in that style, which is that Gaudy style, something similar. And I was going to re-show you these cards anyhow. I showed these yesterday when I went off on a couple tirades about Topps redemption, for, you know, how they do redemptions, and that somebody either needs to get a class action lawsuit against them for basically ripping people off by doing replacements that aren't as valuable as the card that you should have pulled at the time that you pulled the card. And then I went off about the California CRV, and I couldn't remember what my point was, so I just moved on. What I was getting at was in California, they do some things that I agree with. Like they put a recent cap on how much they can raise rent on you. Because when I first moved here, you could be paying $1,000 a month in rent, and then the next month they could charge you. They could put a sign on your door and raise your rent to 4,000. You know, there was just no limit, and that's what was happening, like in San Francisco, running people out because they can get tech people in there who are making a lot of money go in and pay $4,000, so they would just raise the rent on somebody, and of course they'd have to move, and that's one of the big problems we're having here in California right now. But my point about it was that instead of getting rid of the CRV because there's no place to go turn in your cans and bottles and stuff, they just doubled down and added like milk cartons and juice jugs and stuff like that into the whole needing to pay a deposit. And I'm like, they doubled down on something like that everyone's complaining about, that you can't get your money back, and they're like, oh, we know it's a problem, we need to work on fixing it. And then instead of eliminating it or something like that until they can figure it out, they just add more things to it. And so this state is just about a money grab, in my opinion. Everything's a money grab. They got rid of the carpool lanes. A lot of the carpool, not all of them, but a lot of the carpool lanes, they exchanged those for fast tracks where you have to pay to drive there. Even if you're carpooling, you would have to get one of those little things to put on your dashboard that's hooked up to a credit card, so they could charge you, or you're tempted to use the fast track lane. Now technically you could still use it with carpool and get it for free, but you still have to have one of those things on your car, and you'd have to flip the switch that you're carpooling. And so basically all it does is it eliminates a lane, and so people who can afford to pay $13 to drive like 5 miles, you know, some of these super rich people here, and it basically even gets rid of like carpooling people instead of just opening the lane to everyone all the time. That's kind of how California works. But anyways, the one thing I was saying that they do is good, because I was talking about the whole Topps redemption BS, was that in California, let's say you buy a gift card, you know, let's say you go to the Barnes and Noble and buy a gift card, or Macy's or Costco or wherever. In California, like a Visa gift card or anything, they can't expire. So normally when you look at a gift card, oh, it expires after 5 years, or we start to take $1 a month away until it's empty. And that's how it was in New Mexico. But in California, they can't do that. If you buy a gift card for $100 and you don't use it for 10 years, it's still worth $100. And so that makes me wonder what if that redemption would fall into that category in California. Could I take my expired redemption, if I ever got one, and say, look, Topps, in California, I bought it here, this is where I redeemed it from, you have to honor it. So that's another interesting legal question. So anyways, I showed these cards because of these newly elected Hall of Famers. So that's a Todd Helton 2007 Upper Deck Goudey, and I just ordered I believe Sage Sports Kings version, their version of these, Andre Dawson, yesterday. And that's cool, but I want to give old Todd Helton congratulations for being elected to the Hall of Fame. And when I was going through that box, I did find an Adrian Beltran. I believe he retired right before this, like the season before. So I don't know. Did they do a very good job of airbrushing that out? It almost looks like you can still see some lettering up there. But anyhow, there's an Adrian Beltran, also newly elected to the Hall of Fame. And so congratulations to him. I don't have a Joe Mauer card on hand. I just grabbed these other two recently. Vladimir Guerrero got in the last year or two. And then, hey, everyone likes Roberto Clemente, so those are Diamond Kings. Alright, so 15 minutes already, folks. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at these Gypsy Queens. Let's see what we got from that exclusive that somebody didn't want or sold back to the baseball card store or gave them to them. So there's some odds there. Autograph mini, 1 in 57 of these boxes. Alright, so there's typical customer service contact information. There's the other Topps Hubbalub. Alright, folks. So as you can see, all these minis stacked in there, and I got that 2015 hobby box earlier this year. It's in one of my videos, and I did get a box of these exclusives in my hobby box as one of the top loaders. I don't think they came in all hobby boxes, but just some. Just like on Allen & Ginter, you can get a full-size cabinet box loader and N43, so that's cool. So these are all like, this is like Gypsy Queen's version of like the super short print, I would suppose. These are like the high number short print minis. Like in Allen & Ginter, you would only be able to get from a rip card. I think in Gypsy Queen, you would only be able to get these image variations in the as a box loader, technically. Alright, so right off the bat, we got Bryce Harper. Now, if Babe Ruth is in here, then maybe it is that same packet I looked at way back when, because I feel like Babe Ruth was in that. So keep in mind, these are 2014s. So if we can get some zooming in on here. Come on. Yeah, oh, so yeah, 2014, because it says in 2013. That's number 100, but I'm fairly sure that's an image variation. So the regular Bryce Harper would have been 100 in this set. And 2014, I was trying to get the code for you on at least one of these cards. There you go. 2014, Bryce Harper, number 100. Alright, next in line, here's Buster Posey. Not the best Gypsy Queen design ever. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the design, it's just the color is really bland. That kind of beige, khaki. But I love Gypsy Queen. They got some really nice minis. These ones are pretty well centered so far. They got nice backs. That's their unique difference from Allen & Ginter, is they have a blurb about the person, and of course Allen & Ginter's got the written out stats, so you don't get like a normal baseball card back. That's 275. So I imagine that I think the set's 303 or 320 cards. I don't think it's 350. It could be, but I think Gypsy Queen back then was probably 320 cards. Like 301 to 320 would be like their version of short print. I can look that up on Baseball Cardpedia, but that would be a different, that's an image variation. Buster Posey. Alright, let me move these out of the way. Alright, folks, let me adjust this camera just a tad. Alright, next in line. I love tobacco minis, people. You don't even know. Because they're an old style, classic baseball card design. The way baseball cards started, just like this. And through the pre-war years, occasionally after the war, but usually like foreign cards, like in England and stuff like that. So there's Mr. Hall of Famer Cal Ripken Jr., Iron Man, number 175. We watched a couple. We were able to finally finish watching that Indiana Jones, Young Indiana Jones episode, and then we watched a few more tonight. Now it's moved on to the older guy. It's just weird. One, on Disney Plus, they have it like episode 2 is like 2 episodes mushed together to make it an hour and a half. And then like the first half of the episode, it's like the kid's little. And then the second episode, the kid's like a year older looking. And then the next episode, he goes back to being young. Then they go from like Paris to, let's say, Austria, and then he's old. And it's weird. It's like they took 2 episodes and they mushed them together from like 2 different seasons or something. It's just strange. But it's a pretty decent show. I mean, it's a little simplistic, but hey, there we go. Alright, so anyways, that's Carlos Beltran. Got a little excited thinking I might have got a Adrian card there, but alright, for Yankees fans, image variation number 306, so I believe that's a short print on top of being an image variation, so that would make that like a short. It would make it like a short print, super short print, in my estimation. Alright, just a second here. Yep, Adrian Beltran. Okay, and next is Gonzalez for the Yankees. So 2 Yankees in a row here. Carlos Gonzalez, outfielder for the Yankees, number 207. Take a moment, read about Carlos there. If it'll ever focus, I don't know what's going on. Reading glasses, once again, are a problem. Alright, it's going to start getting busy at work tomorrow. Not super busy, but later this week for sure. I got some things I need to do. We're bringing in some extra help tomorrow. Chase Utley. So I believe he just missed out, I believe, or he's, I don't know. Chase Utley, second baseman, number 255. There you go, Phillies. And I'm writing, I'm about a third of the way through Mike O's video today, Patches Color Awesome Mail Day. And so I guess Mike O is a big Phillies fan, so I'm sure he doesn't watch my videos, I doubt. I think he's subscribed to me, I don't know. But there you go, Mike. There's a Phillies card, Chase Utley. Image variation. Alright. Yet another Yankee. So I imagine these are just randomly inserted image variations into these boxes. CC Sabathia. Looking a little frumpy there in his uniform. Frumpy, whatever. CC. Card number 5. There you go. Next. What year is Mike Trout's rookie card? There you go, Christian Yelich when he was still on the Miami Marlins. So he's a superstar for quite a while there. His career's not over. We'll see how he does, but wish him well. But he plays against the Cubs, so not a big fan of that. I see Yasiel Puig is playing, I don't know, in the Dominican League or Caribbean League or in. No, I think he was in KBO. Just saw a video about him though. But I think he is playing in that Caribbean tournament or whatever that I saw on ESPN Plus or Hulu or something like that, and I saved it to watch, and then I completely forgot all about it. There's some video out there of Yasiel Puig. There's some big brawl that went on, but I guess he was trying to be a peacemaker. So who knows if Puig will ever make it back. Alright, next we have another Philly. There you go, Maiko. Is that Carlos Lee? Oops. Cliff Lee, sorry. There's another short print, I believe, 323, so I guess it must go past 320, so maybe they go up to 350 that year. Alright, so Cliff Lee. That's pretty cool. As opposed to Allen Ginter, Gypsy Queen is Allen Ginter's like 90% baseball and 85 to 90% baseball, and then the rest is all kind of oddball, other celebrities and athletes, and then the weirdo stuff. Gypsy Queen is like 99% baseball or 100% depending what year. But very few Allen Ginter cards have players in action. They're more portrait style, and Gypsy Queen is more in the motion of playing the game. So that is another difference between Gypsy Queen and Allen Ginter. But they definitely have beautiful minis. Alright, the last card of this box. So maybe this is a new box. And this is Craig Kimbrell. When he was back on the Braves. Wow, I didn't even know he was on the Braves. It's been so long. Just remember him from old Indians. The World Series against Cubbies, right? Number 140. Craig Kimbrell. So, didn't notice any rookie card logos on any of these, so let's just go through there again. Nope. Alright, folks. There you have it. I'll cut it off in just under half an hour and do a second video, which I guess is technically a third video. And then I'll open some of these packs and recap this stuff. Thanks for watching Old Style Classics baseball cards. I'm going to leave it at that because I love it. Tobacco minis, and it's good enough. Alright, I'll talk to you in a few. Bye.